Onion rings, eh? Interesting. So, the ingredients are 2 medium-sized onions, 1 egg, some garlic powder, cayenne pepper and pepper, 40 milliliters of milk, a good amount of olive oil, salt, about 60 grams of self-rising flour and quite a good amount of breadcrumbs. Let's start off by making the batter. Take the flour and season it with some garlic powder. I'd say roughly 1 tablespoon. If you're into garlic, do it a bit more. If you're not, leave it out. It's all up to you. Then take some salt and season it to your liking. I'd say again 1 tablespoon. Just stir it up a bit. Add the egg and the milk. Like this. And give it a good stir. Like this. If you think that the batter is a bit too thick for you, you can always add more milk. Just play around with the amounts until you have your desired consistency. We think it's fine, so let's move on to the next step. Now let's take the breadcrumbs and season it to taste. And do the same with the cayenne pepper. If you want precise measurements, I'd say half a teaspoon of each. That way it will give a nice kick but won't be too spicy. And now just mix it all up. Peel the onions! I think you know how to peel onions. Now let's cut them up into rings. Just cut them quite thick. I'd say about roughly half a centimeter. Like this. Now just take the slices and pop them out. That way you'll get nice rings. And just continue the process until you have many rings. Keep in mind, this is the basic recipe. If you want to add any more herbs, just go crazy with it, experiment away. That being said, let's make some onion rings. Take an onion ring and dip it in the batter. Make sure it's all covered and coat it with breadcrumbs. Kinda pour it over the onion ring and then put it on a plate. And continue the process. Well, now we're in the kitchen, look at that. Take a pot and add a good amount of olive oil in there. Enough that when you put in the rings, that they will be covered. And now let it heat up. If you want to know when your oil is ready, just take a chopstick and put it in there. If the bubbles start forming around the chopstick, that means your oil is ready and you can start frying. Take your onion ring and put it in there, but make sure not to put a lot in there. If you have a small pot, do it just 1 by 1 or maximum 3 in a pot. And let them bake until you see that they're turning nice golden brown. Then put them on a plate covered with kitchen foil and continue the process with the rest. And this is the final result. As you see, they're nice and brown and crispy. Crunchy. A bit under-seasoned, but if you add enough salt, these will be amazing.
Give me one.
No, man.
Please.
No.
Give me one.
No.